You're here because you want to see how gold bars smash up, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. In addition to the gold bars, I also purchased some silver bars just for this video so we can see how they smash. And in case the smashing doesn't do its job, we're going to have my driver drive over solid gold bars and drive over solid silver bars and see the impact it has. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Pamela. I'm a business lawyer and a business owner, and this is this channel's second ever video. So how special are you for watching us so early on? If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click like and click subscribe down below. It takes a lot of time to put these videos together, and our banner says on our channel, subscribe for greatness, because that's exactly what you're going to see on this channel. Greatness and luxuries and the best of it all. We started with a bang. My first ever video was me buying a Rolls-Royce Phantom all cash at 28 years old and talking about what it took to get a car like that. And obviously this video is us smashing up gold bars, and there'll be all the luxury categories covered in future videos as well. I'll also link my law firm's website down below and hyperlink it, because on that channel we talk a lot more specifics about business items and also legal education as well. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, that's the place to go for a more serious level of these same conversations. A few questions to deal with right off the bat, because I know not everything you see online is true, so let's dispel some myths here. Is this video sponsored? No. The day this channel gets sponsored by a gold company, you will see me wearing nothing but gold paint and jumping up and down on camera. But that day is not today. Are the gold bars real? Absolutely. As I mentioned, I'm a lawyer, and being a lawyer, I do have a really high threshold and respect for honesty and integrity and those principles as well. This video is 100% featuring real products. I'll even show you where I purchased them. I'll put up here on the screen. I went to TD Bank in Canada. I know we have a lot of US watchers on this channel, so to give you perspective, that's something at the level of like Bank of America in the States, which I know very well because I did my undergrad in the States. I'll also show you here the exact product types I purchased. I purchased the 100-gram gold bar first. I don't know what the price is when I put it here on the screen, because these snapshots are from a little bit later than when the products were purchased. Obviously they took time to come in the mail, but something in the high eights, between $8,000 and $9,000. I also purchased some little gold bars. That's just as an FYI. Those were purchased as gifts for family members. They are not going to be used up in this video because it's not so nice to give grandma a bent up chunk of gold. And also, as I mentioned as bonus, I purchased some silver bars because they were at such a different and lower price point than the gold. I thought, why not? Let's add it to the content. Let's see what happens. Without further ado, let's go. We picked a random parking lot we drove to for a little bit of time to get there, and my driver also acted as the cameraman on this channel, so that's how we got to this amazing camera quality. When we come back, again, I don't want to leave this channel without a little bit of education in each episode, because it is fundamental to who I am as a human being, as a lawyer, as an educated business person. So I want to share some of that knowledge with you guys as well. So here we are. We're at a regular Joe parking lot with a fabulous dumpster bin in the middle. We have our hammer, we have our safety goggles, we have our gold bar worth thousands of dollars, and of course we have the silver here, because these are the big boys. They're really, really heavy, and I'm hoping there's some extra satisfaction in smashing these guys up. Let's go. So here we are. We have a good old slab of concrete. We have our gold bars here and the silver. First, I'm going to start with the gold. You know your girl is still an investor, so I'm going to test it face down first in case something terrible happens and this thing becomes totally disgruntled. So here we go, full strength, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to say, it looks like that's holding up. The fact that it's wrapped, I think, is doing it a service. Let's go even harder. That one definitely, as you can see there, left a dent in the gold bar. As you can see, we definitely got left with a dent on that last hit on the gold bar. Let's try it again, see where we end up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think now it's taking on some more serious damage. You can see the marks to the surface. Again, it is gold, it's not a jelly bean, so we're not expecting that it's gonna splatter from the sides. But let's go for the big boy now. Hit this right in the face. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that affected her. Actually, I have to shout out the guys that wrapped this up, did an amazing job. The front is not nearly as badly dented as the back. I think there's some extra air bubbles here. And to give you perspective, by the way, this is me hitting the concrete floor. So you'll see a mark when I hit the floor here. We chipped it there. So it's not me being like super gentle with it. Okay, so the Gold Bar, I have to say, did a lot better than I thought. I've researched it online. It said it would flatten out. It didn't. Maybe the fact that it's in a container made a difference. Here we have the silver bars. Again, I'm an investor and a business person first and foremost, so we're gonna start them face down in case something terrible happens. But let's see it right here. What's stronger, silver or gold? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that left a bang on the first hit. We have a definite dent right there. Let's see, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the silver is definitely leaving marks, even with light hits. Let's see what happens when we go really hard. Let's try it on this other silver bar, brand new surface, untouched. Let's see what happens when we go as hard as we can. 1, 2, 3. And you can see there the sort of Canada leaf / symbol in the background has kind of been split in two. So the silver definitely took a harder hit. I don't know if silver is actually a harder metal than gold. I'll look it up after I go back to my office. But I can also tell you that the gold is 24 karat gold, so it is the most pure. And in being the most pure, it should be the most sensitive to the hits as well. But one final hit for your satisfaction. I'm gonna have the cameraman zoom in as close as you can. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the hit is still the same. We're kind of getting like a straight down sliver kind of hit. Although funny enough, the hammerhead is a circle, but I guess I'm hitting it at an angle. So there we have it. What happens when you smash a gold bar and a silver bar with a hammer as hard as you can. Keep in mind, I'm not saying I'm the strongest, most muscle man out there, but I am saying I did my best. And also, just for some bonus footage, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm gonna have my driver drive over these as well. So I'm gonna put a silver bar under the wheel and then a gold bar, and we'll see as just an extra bonus piece what that does to these pure silver and pure gold bars. As you can see here, driving over the bar literally did not damage it, at least from what I could tell with my own eyes. Shout out to the seals, because it looks like this gold seal took literally all of the damage as well. I don't know what you thought about the smashing of those gold bars, but I have to tell you, prior to filming this video, I had done a little bit of research. For example, what would the gold react like if it was smashed with a hammer? I had researched that gold is not going to shatter. It's not, a crystal. It's not rice pudding. It's not going to soup out. But my research said that the gold would sort of flatten out. However, because these were such thick pieces, I don't think there was any way that my strength could flatten out a bar of gold. When it came to the silver, I honestly was surprised at how the silver became more dented than the gold, because to my knowledge, 24 karat gold, which is what this was, is super pure. Jewelers actually actively advise against using that kind of gold in jewelry, because just banging into a counter, banging your hand on a countertop can dent the jewelry. And here I was with a hammer at full strength. So I was surprised that the silver actually did worse than the gold in this video. Mind you, disclaimer being, I don't know, maybe I was angrier at the silver part of the video. It's been a long day at the office, scorching hot sun. I don't know if you could tell how hot it was from watching the video. Another sort of educational piece I wanted to end the video with is, do I think, as a lawyer, as a business person, as Pamela, do I think that the gold bars and the silver bars are a good investment? If you're talking in the absolute sense of, will the value of this thing be likely more the day you sell it than the day you purchased it, the answer is yes. That's a very isolated way to define return on investment. The truth of the matter is that this is an asset class that is really hard to protect. These assets can't be kept at home. In my home, I have as many grams of gold stored here as the average human on earth might. A solid 0. Why? First of all, why would I store things of that value at home? But second of all, when it comes to gold bars and bullion specifically, which is the technical term for this asset category, insurers don't insure them. So why am I going to keep something here that if it gets stolen, there's a guaranteed chance I never see a dollar of it back? So these assets usually have to be stored off-site. And if you're storing off-site, there's a lot of institutions that don't insure the deposit boxes and the contents that are in them. So it's more headache, more headache. And if you get to Warren Buffett category where you have rooms and rooms of gold, I don't know if he does, I'm just saying he has the money for it. If you get to that level, then you need to hire human beings, and you need AI, and you need security systems, and you need all of this money spent on protecting this asset class. But that makes the asset worth less and less and less, because for this asset that needs so much protection, there's other assets that don't. For example, real estate. You don't really need to protect your bricks. Obviously, if it's a commercial building, you'll have a security guard, something like that. But you don't need to like hold on to every brick in the house and make sure that it doesn't get chipped off at night. Stocks, mutual funds, for people that do those sorts of things. You don't really need to protect them beyond the conventional sense of accounts that are password protected and things like that. So gold and silver and platinum bars are a nuisance of an asset category to protect. Your mind is always going to be on what's happening to it. That being said, this was a learning opportunity for me as well, investing in that sort of asset class and getting involved in that. And I hope you liked the video. I hope it made for good content. Again, if you haven't already, click like and click subscribe on these videos. It takes a lot of time to put these together. Take time off work, go film, have the people involved to film, edit, and the whole shebang, okay? So like and click subscribe. Again, I'll link here my first video ever from literally a week ago on buying my first Rolls-Royce Phantom all cash, which also happened to be my first car ever. I never had a car prior to that. And also we'll link the Graphene Business Law YouTube channel down below, because that's a whole other level of financial and legal conversation. And if you're an entrepreneur or business owner in the province of Ontario, Canada, all the better. We can connect on that platform, because especially if you're in the creative industries, because, well, here I am too. So I'll definitely be able to speak your language. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful and fun and a little bit educational, whether you're here at 2 a.m. after Googling smashing gold bars, or Googling do gold bars break if they smash, or how do gold bars handle being smashed, or can you smash a gold bar? If you ended up here that way, or if this was just in your homepage, thank you for joining, and there'll be a lot more luxury items with some education, with an educational twist to them as well in the weeks to come. All the categories: real estate, cars, hotels, restaurants, skincare, spas, jewelry, clothing, all of it. Thanks again for watching.